everybody. We hope you enjoyed all of our bar stories a couple of days ago. We're back now with just a little bit of current events, which we're sure are going to just fall apart at some point. We're going to just talk about whatever. So here we go. Who has a current event?
We just guessed this. No current events.
Is it me this time? Am I Susaning this podcast?
Yeah.
Yep.
God damn it.
Like how you use me as a verb. Susaning.
Susaning.
But if you do that, you got to
I
use the
talk
whole
a lot.
gesture.
Go for it.
Did I go too far with the vote? Anyways.
No.
Fuck the vote.
No, just
Moving
date
right along.
yourself. Okay.
Current events or TV shows we're watching.
Oh, spoiler alert. So, have you guys been following this shit that's going on in Flint, Michigan?
Kind of. Not really.
It's super fucked up. Okay, so I just want to say, like, ahead of time, the first half of the story are, like, facts that I saw in the news. The second half, I don't want to, like, say is really happening because it's just shit that I saw on Twitter, but a lot of people are saying it on Twitter. So, I just wanted to put that, like, disclaimer out there. Don't take my word for the second part. But, so, most of Michigan and the Detroit area is fucking crippled broke since General Motors decided to pack up and go to Mexico. So it's like Detroit and Flint are like over there in that area by the bay. Like Detroit's over here, Flint's kind of over here, a little north or south.
Put it on the
Just
mitten.
doing the mitten.
Oh yeah. So Detroit's kind of like over here, like right on the.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think my hand's backwards.
It is.
Sorry. Sorry,
let's use your
Michigan
hand.
people.
Detroit's over here, and Flint's like over here. Kalamazoo's over here. Anyway, so Flint is broke, and they decided like, oh well, we don't need to get water from Detroit anymore. We'll just take it right from the Flint River.
Right. This much I read up on.
Yes. The problem with this is that the city of Detroit was built like 300 years ago, probably like 150 maybe.
Because our country is.
Yeah. Pretty young still.
It's our country.
That's what happens when you call someone out on camera. So,
I feel like
anyway,
Kermit the Frog,
It was
but
like
that's none of my business.
1776.
That's business.
What year is it now?
So, Flint decided, and I think it was part of their governor or their senator also. I'm not sure of the key players in politics because I don't fucking pay attention to that shit. Just decided, like, we'll just draw water straight from the river.
Right.
Never mind the fact that it's 20 times more acidic than the water that we get from Detroit.
This
And we have all lead pipes in our city.
that's what I was reading about today.
So the acidity of the water started drawing all the lead out of the pipes into where people's water's coming out looking like iced tea.
Nice.
And it's burning their skin and their eyes. And if you're an adult, lead poisoning isn't good. But if you're a child and your brain is still developing, it's super fucking bad for you.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure explains like the 50s to the 70s. We were still using leaded gasoline. There was just like lead coming out of everyone's tailpipe.
Lead paint.
Lead paint. And then eventually we decided like that's not a good thing. But unfortunately, like some houses in older cities still use lead pipes for a lot of things, which is cool if the water isn't acidic. The water from the river is super acidic. So at this point, the government's already fucked up. And they're just sort of like, okay, we need to hire some experts that we pay extra money to fucking lie and say this water's safe for everyone to drink. So everyone's been drinking this water for 6 months at this point.
Even though it looked bogus.
Yeah. I mean, like, think about it. If you live in a city or in, like, a house, like, where else are you going to get water? You still have to take a shower. You still have to
True.
boil food. I mean, I'm sure some people were, like, boiling the water, thinking that would, like, make them safe, but you can't boil lead out of water.
Okay.
So, for 6 months, people are using it, but complaining about it and saying, like, this is terrible, it smells funny, it stings my eyes, like, this can't be good. And so they bring in an expert panel group, and they're like, oh, no, your water's completely 100% safe. Fast forward to 6 months later, where finally some journalists got involved and some other companies that I'm not sure that I'm aware of, but tested the water. Turns out it has 2,000 times what the EPA considers safe for lead in water.
Oh my gosh.
Or in just any dietary supplement or food. 2,000 times. The water is deadly fucking poisonous. And these people have been drinking it for a year. So at this point, you'd think, like, maybe the government's gonna...
What the fuck do you do from there?
Well, that's the thing. Since you got all that acidic water and all the pipes, they have to replace all of the pipes for the entire city.
But what do they do with the people? that have been drinking it.
Well, here's the thing, because they're government people and they're, I was going to say Republicans, but I don't know if Republicans and Democrats. But I do know that Republicans and African American people don't get along, and Republicans and poor people don't generally get along. So at this point, this is where the government should probably realize, third strike, like, okay, let's clean this up. So they say, okay, well, we'll bring you bottled water to your home. Well, no, wait, let me rewind a second, because here's what they started doing. They started turning people's water off. Because they're like, you didn't pay your bill. They're like, yeah, well, no shit, we didn't pay for it because it's fucking poisonous.
You're right.
So then not only did they turn the water off, they started turning people over to collections. And then this is the part that's just Twitter stuff that I've seen.
Okay.
But I've seen a lot of people saying it on Twitter. Started shutting people's water off, sending collection notices. And then they decided, well, we'll have the police department start delivering bottled water. And the people are like, great, thank you, government. So the cops come to your house and they'll knock on the door like, and we didn't call ahead of time, by the way, we just showed up and knocked on the door. Oh, here's some water. What's that? Is that marijuana I smell? Time to search your house, motherfucker. Now you're going to jail. Oh, what's that? You got a warrant out for your arrest? We're taking your ass to fucking jail. So they just start broadband arresting people for shit.
Oh, wow.
People who have no fucking water in their house, who have kids living in the house.
We've been drinking poisoned water for
a year.
And they're
You
like,
just got bamboozled.
yoink. Yeah.
And they start fucking arresting people.
That is insane.
So then it gets even worse. Because at some point, the local government contacts the federal government and is like, listen, this is a fucking gigantic problem. This is a state of emergency. We're going to need like $10 billion to replace all these pipes. And maybe there was an internal memo on the whole arresting black people for fucking no reason whatsoever. But, so they're like, okay, cool, we'll send in the National Guard. So by this time, people are like, fuck the government.
Right.
So they're like screaming from their windows. There's videos of people screaming from their windows. Just leave it on the porch and go. Like they don't even want to open their door because they're afraid they're going to get fucking arrested over something stupid or get their house searched. Or everybody's got that uncle that's got a warrant out from like 1982. It just happens to be living in your house. So that's like the situation they're dealing with there. It's fucking insane.
That is, oh my god, I can't even imagine. Trying to do something decent.
And this is what's happening still currently. When they just found all this out?
It's been happening over like the last 3 months. That's like shit's been getting in the news and stuff.
Okay.
And so it's just literally to the point where it's like the government is just completely fucking these people who, I mean, if you're a poor person, it's not like you can just move to another city or whatever because your water is poisonous.
It makes me nervous for like the future. Like, good Lord, this is water and people are getting arrested.
If the second part is true,
right. If, like,
imagine
you said,
that you
that's
would
speculation.
have imagined that happened in America. That they just like, oh, hey, you guys need some water? Like, imagine if they went down there with the FEMA camps and shit, and they're just like, hey, you want some water? Oh, cool, let me just rummage through all your shit. What?
While we're
like
here,
your
we're
house
just
was
gonna
destroyed?
go ahead and search it.
Yeah, like, fuck you, fuck your rights. Like,
I'll buy my own bottled water, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
be sure to pay your water bill, by the way.
Like
Right.
I said, we'll leave it on the porch.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's basically where it's at. And it could be some weird, exaggerated stuff that's just on Twitter and stuff,
It
but
happened.
to me it
there's gotta
seemed
be-
pretty fucking legit.
If it's as much as you say, there has to be some point of truth to it. Like, that may not be the whole truth, but some part of that has to be
It
kind
might
of
be
true.
exaggerated too.
May have only happened to a couple people, but
We always have those people that don't really trust the government, and they might act that way anyway. But I feel like I saw at least like 30 videos of that, where they're literally just saying leave it on the porch, and probably 100 posts, where they're like, don't come to my, if you come to my house, just leave the water on the porch. I don't want to deal with you in any way, shape, or form.
and that's just right north.
Guess what the best estimates are on when they're going to be able to replace all the pipes and get all that fixed?
That's bad.
3 years. 3 years and 17, no. It was between 7 and I think $17 billion.
Good God.
Billion.
Oh my god. In an already
It-
poverty-stricken.
yeah.
Oh, I mean, those people aren't paying for it, the government is.
Well,
Well,
yeah, but
obviously.
still, like,
So they saved like $1 million a year by not getting Detroit water and just fucking cost everybody $17 billion and threw a bunch of people in jail for no fucking reason.
make money. Throw them in jail. Gotta make that money.
Wonder if the jail gets clean water.
Right?
Fuck, imagine that! You get arrested at your house, and then you gotta go to jail and drink poison water.
You're like, shit.
Like, fuck, man.
can't win.
So you know the drugs, kids.
And I gotta pay money. Yeah, right?
Welcome to America.
Land of the free.
Opportunity.
Yeah.
I never even thought about
The
that.
American
The
dream.
water's got to be super fucking poisonous. Because they make everything in prison out of lead just for the fun of it.
Ugh.
It's like the bars are depleted uranium covered with lead paint.
Well,
So does anyone else have a current event? Because I don't want to talk about this whole
Nope.
thing for that long. But I don't know what the fuck TV shows we're watching, guys.
Making a Murderer.
Yeah, let's go into that.
Also, more than that, the Mindy Kaling Project. The Mindy Project. That's what it's called.
I don't like that girl.
I do. I think she's.
I mean, I don't not like her. She's not entertaining to me.
Well,
It trends, but I have never seen it.
she can be slightly
Watched a few
obnoxious, but
episodes.
she's hilarious. Don't ever tell her I said that. She's awesome.
Mindy.
I love you. I have both your books. Thanks. What else do I watch?
No, let's talk about Making a Murder. That's good. We can talk about that.
I'm only like, that's right. I'm only like halfway through it, I think. I kind of lost track of what episode I was on because you're just like.
Okay, well, let's just start at the beginning. Because I feel like.
Well, it just comes out of the gate so hot. You're just like,
Yes.
what? Like from the get-go, from the very first 10 minutes of the episode, you're like, this is fucked up. How? And there's 10 episodes, and they're each an hour. There's 10 hours of fucked uppery.
Can I interrupt you for a second?
Yeah.
Though? Before I saw Making a Murder, I actually saw like 2 other crime shows about this case.
Mm-hmm.
Previously, like before I had seen this. So I was like a little bit aware of what had happened.
I didn't know.
Here's what they don't cover in the documentary, is that the girl that accused him of rape and put him in prison, after he got out, they became like super close friends, and she felt like really super horrible about it, and
I saw a little clip of that today.
yeah. They don't really talk about that much in the thing, but it was like a serious issue.
They show them reconcile and like
Yeah.
whatever, but that's all you. But I gathered that like they had some kind of understanding. But what were you?
So, well, there was that. I just want to say, like, that was, if you actually, I forget which documentary I saw where they talked about that, but it was like heart-wrenching. This lady felt like, she was like a super Christian lady, and she felt horrible that this dude had spent like 18 years in prison, and it turns out it wasn't even him.
Yeah, it's nuts the things they're saying, and then it twists your mind so much that you're like, I don't even know like who is telling the truth, and you're like,
No one.
Nobody's ever
Probably.
gonna know.
Right.
Probably not.
But like this family is so, like you can tell like.
Have you got to the party with the little kid, Brendan?
I don't think so.
Okay, we'll be prepared to get pissed off then.
Cool. All right.
Because everyone that I've talked to, no matter how to the left or to the right they are, that's like the one thing that just fucking sticks with them.
Pretty sure I have not gotten to that.
Yeah, it's okay. So let's just go back to like the beginning shit, like the key that they found, or that he was suing them for like $37 million.
Like yeah, it was $36 million, and then they find this key.
Well,
Like,
you have to rewind from there because they weren't even allowed to investigate him because they were being sued.
Right. That's,
But yet they just keep showing up at the crime scene.
it's it's just some fucked up shit. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And then it all started because he supposedly ran one woman off the road, and her husband was a cop or a detective or something.
And that woman was a part of his family.
Yeah,
in
it's a
some way.
cousin or
Weird.
something.
Cousin, yeah.
And that's where it all started. And then they just shit on them like the whole time, and it's just like someone halfway
Well, that
through,
is
and
kind of
it's like-
something that can happen in a small town.
Well, yeah, and that's
where
what I was
small
gathering
sheriff's
from
department.
other
It's
people's
not
like
an uncommon thing, I don't think, in America.
other people's like overall like in a nutshell when they were explaining it to me.
It's
It
kind of
was
weird
like-
though how they talked about that, but they didn't really talk that much about it. Like they talked about the incident, and then it was just people talking like, well, ever since that incident. But they didn't really give very good explanation of how that incident really occurred.
Well, I think it was just a small thing, and it started one way, but then these people were so easy to pin everything on because they're just like sitting ducks, like you can see it.
Do you think the city wanted that land from the get-go? Do you think that's how it started?
Their auto shop
Yeah.
stuff. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it could be a million things, or they just knew it was an easy target. That's kind of how it looks to me at this point. I'm not finished with it, so I'm just speaking off the cuff, but it's my opinion. I don't know. And they're
So you haven't got to the part where they started investigating him for killing the other girl? You're not there
no,
yet?
I've gotten there. Like they just rearrested him the second time.
Yeah,
Like he gets out of
so-
prison and then they rearrest him, take him back, and he's like just got to that point.
What about the fact that he has a car crusher on his side? And he murders her, puts her in the car, moves her body, and then just
I'm not
leaves the
there
car?
yet.
Okay.
I mean, I'm getting there. I think I'm real close, but either I
It's
missed
probably the
that
next
because I wasn't paying attention, or I haven't got there yet because I was starting to get tired. I was like, oh, I'm not watching.
Yeah, it's the whole. Like, first of all, like he, for all I know, could have completely created the second murder. But the important thing is that in a court of law, it's beyond a reasonable doubt. I mean, every single person who is trying to convict you and put you in there, including the police, the detectives, the fucking prosecutor, are completely corrupt as fuck. Like, that's a reasonable doubt, right?
Yeah.
Right.
In itself alone, the way that they handled themselves and conducted everything.
Well, and you can watch them in their interviews. That's the funniest part. Is like I feel like I do pretty well with body language and like everything. When you're watching these people be interviewed, it's like it's so awkward for me. I'm just like, ugh. Like watching it, I'm like, you're coming across as the biggest liar right now. Like I don't even know you. I will never meet these people, but I'm just like lies. Like they emanate just false. Like it's just like you did something wrong. Now what you did wrong, I don't know. We'll never know, but you could tell.
So what do you think about Stephen Avery's poker face then?
It's either the most amazing poker face you've ever seen, or
Right.
you didn't do it, and that's a whole new level of.
But
like,
did you hear the way they talk to each other on the phone?
Who? Him and who?
Everyone in that whole family. There's like, yeah.
Well,
like
they're
they answer the phone and say,
because
yeah. Like, yeah.
I mean, to me,
Yeah.
they're just like a very simple, and I don't mean meanly,
no,
but they're
I'm
just
not being mean
simple
about it. I'm just
people. So they don't like you can hear it in his voice. He's either the best liar you've ever met, or they're just so cut and dry. It's like what you see is literally what you get, and they're just like, hey, hi, how you doing? This, but it's all like I said, either the biggest lie or the biggest truth. Because with people like that, there's no in between. I feel like it's
Oh.
black or white.
You want me to spoiler alert you right now?
Sure.
Here's the one thing that it's not in the documentary, but it's something I read in an article. The girl that he killed the second time, allegedly, he called Auto Trader and specifically requested that she come there, not someone else. And he had previously come to his door in just like a towel and no clothes when she was there. And then supposedly one time while she was driving by, he was like masturbating out by the road or something.
But that goes into the whole cousin thing, because she was calling on that. She was
Right.
like, he was doing that on the road.
Oh, I got the cousin and her mixed up for a second. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then he calls 4 times. 3 times he uses *67. So they want to know it's him, like requesting that she, like that specific girl, come to the property.
That's where it gets all messed up, and you're like, well, then what out of all of this, nobody's ever going to know except the people that were in it. And people were dying, clearly, and he...
That kid's innocent for sure. But you're not there.
Oh,
so.
the kid, the 16-year-old, right?
Yeah.
I did get to that part. That's right. I forgot I was thinking you were meaning younger.
Here's one thing I do want to say.
Yeah.
Fuck that
Oh,
kid's
wait.
attorney.
Oh, I was like...
That dude's a fucking piece of shit. Wait till you start seeing the shit he pulls.
All right.
Fuck that dude.
Okay. What else were you watching on TV? Alyssa, what are you watching?
Currently?
Alyssa.
Yeah, there's no.
I've already gotten through that.
There's no Walking Dead. That's off right now.
That's all
We're
off.
waiting on Game of Thrones.
I'm waiting on all of that.
I'm still trying to finish season 3 of Orange is the New Black. I love that show,
It's a
but
good show. It's a very good show.
I
Watched all those.
That was a hard season for me to get through.
yeah, it's good, but it's just,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a 45-minute episode of anything is a commitment, so.
I watched the first season and then Mrs. Freak just got she watched 3 episodes of the second season and for some reason just was like, I don't want to watch anymore. So we never.
First
really got
season
back
was
into it.
definitely the best.
Yeah.
That whole
Well, I'm wondering how long
black
can all
dude
these
that turned
people.
into a girl thing kind of threw me.
Oh, yeah?
They're just like,
But-
oh yeah, I'm about to see boobs. Whoa, there's a fucking wiener on the screen. What the fuck?
The transgender?
Yes.
She's awesome, though. And, I follow her on social media.
Is she really
She's-
transgender?
Yeah, no, in real
Really?
life. And she's a huge advocate for it. And, she posts
Did
all
not
the
know
time. Huge into it. And with that show, she blew up
So is
And
she in
it's-
real life? Is she
yeah.
post-op or is she?
post. I'm pretty sure.
They talk about that.
I don't know. It's never really been said, and I don't go digging for that.
I feel like
but,
it would have been said somewhere.
I'm pretty sure it's all post. I mean, she's beautiful, with all that, and she posts pictures all the time of just posting other women that have gone through that, and huge advocate for any kind of rights for all. It's amazing to watch. But so to see her on the show, so it's like you really went through that, and then you're portraying it on a show. That's pretty cool. It's really cool. But they all do a lot of really great stuff like that. That's why I like that show. Those people are always doing cool things, and they're all really good friends. So I follow all of them on social media. I guess that's kind of a current event.
Well,
Hands.
so what else are we watching, guys?
I just finished How I Met Your Mother.
I love that
I
show.
love that show.
Has it been the final episode yet? Has that happened?
The last
There's
season,
supposed to
though,
be some
you could,
reveal.
tell. There's a Friends reunion coming out.
I did.
Heard about
hear
that. What about Full House?
And
Yeah. Oh man.
Mrs. Freak is stoked about that.
That's
I'm
gonna be
on
awesome.
the fence about it.
I mean, I'm on the
What?
fence about all because it's.
Because it might be fucking horrible.
Yeah.
It might be.
Might have been like some producer had a little bit too much coke one night. And was like, what the fuck are you gonna do? He's like, Fuller House.
Yeah.
Somehow he got some people to give some money. I'm sure the fucking Olsen twins pitched a little.
Yeah, there's only apparently only one of the twins is actually on board for it because the other one is too busy apparently.
I heard neither one of them were gonna be on the show.
Apparently,
They're fucking gangster rich
one of them
already.
is
Their
ridiculous.
parents might be the only parents who had Hollywood kids the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah. it
Like
did
they spent
completely.
$0 of what they made and just invested everything of what they
Mhm.
made.
Their fashion line apparently is like crazy successful.
I would know zero about that.
No, they've done real well for
They
themselves.
really have.
And they
Branding
still stay
themselves.
pretty much. They kind of got up in the radar for a minute, and then they.
They really do
But they
stay.
stay under.
That was when that whole Paris Hilton thing was going on, where it was cool to get out of a car and your vagina actually accidentally pops out. So
Yeah.
I think that was sort of like they maybe
Wasn't
had
that
like an
Britney
agent or
Spears?
something that was like, well, all their vaginas were popping out left and right every other weekend. And then it was like, oh, I accidentally released a sex tape.
The Lindsay
You
Lohan.
know, that was like Lindsay Lohan, Kim
Spectacle.
Kardashian.
Hmm.
Dude, have you seen any of like the memes for? Oh my god, Kim Kardashian posted something. I fucking wish I could remember what it was. It was about poor people or something. And someone replied.
Oh,
to it.
and they were like, "Stay out of poor." I think she posted she was anybody win the Powerball or something like that
Yeah.
on Twitter, and they're like, "Stay out of poor people's shit, bitch."
Bitch.
It's just like, yes.
Which-
It's like, what the fuck do you need that money for? You got all yours.
In real life, if somebody said that to somebody, I would be like, that's a terrible person. But in social media world, it's like, yes.
She's got to get
Stay
trolled
out of
on
poor
so
people's
hard.
bit-
That was
oh,
like that
God.
meme that went around of her. It's like she's like, "Oh, we got a free yoga membership," and it cuts to Scott Disick, and he's like, "Oh, because you can't afford a regular one by yourself," and her face is just like, ugh. It's like, well, it's true. Like,
I love the ones that they have with her cry face.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There was one where she posted something. I think it was when the whole Black Lives thing matters was really big, and one of the officers were finding this something. Oh no, it was the little Mexican dude that shot the Trayvon Martin in Florida.
Oh,
George
yeah.
Zimmerman.
Yeah.
So she's like, George Zimmerman innocent. She's like, I can't fucking believe this and that. And then somebody posted, bitch, your dad freed OJ. She was like, I forgot what it was. She was like,
Burn.
yeah. She's like, I'll never fucking deal with this people or those people again. And he was like, hello, bitch. Your dad got OJ off.
Wasn't that how they got their notoriety too?
I believe so,
that
yeah.
It was a big part of it, at least.
Isn't it weird how, like, all of OJ's attorneys just got, like, pancreatic cancer and died within, like, 10 years of that happening?
Karma.
Yeah.
There was like one that got away. And then how the fuck does Bruce Jenner fall into this picture? See, this is where I started to think that like people in Hollywood just get married. It's like a whole deal thing. Like I'll make your career better.
Right.
is.
No, I really
Because-
think that does happen. There's
Like
so
okay,
much
you
of
had
it. It's
Tom
all
Cruise.
publicity
Both of Tom
stuff.
Cruise marriages were fucking weird.
They're saying this
Really
lately
fucking
about, I've heard this about Jennifer Aniston and, was it
Justin Thoreau. Really?
Well, let's
He
still
is.
for sure go back to the Kardashians. We're not Bruce Jenner now yet. Okay, sorry, Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn.
So you have the two most mocked people, basically, for the most part in Hollywood, like Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. And all of a sudden, they get married. And then their show kind of fizzles out, and so then all of a sudden, Bruce Jenner is like, hey, I'm 6'6", what's up? I want to be a woman. Which, if he really was, the way the story goes, in that transition for slightly back and forth over the course of 20, 30 years, God bless his heart. I don't think that makes you a woman of the year candidate.
A lot of women don't think that.
I think you can pretty much go fuck yourself on that. You're already an Olympian, motherfucker. What do you need?
Right.
What approval do you need from anyone? You're a gold medal winning Olympian. You're a fucking 6'6". Put on a dress. Who gives a fuck?
Right.
But then you're gonna go on a TV show. There was one episode though. God, I feel like such a piece of shit.
I
Watch
just really
this.
thought that it was like, is that what happens when you live with the Kardashians? Like, it's just that bad that you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna be one of you too. Like, I don't know. That was kind of my mindset.
He
Like, you
was
just couldn't
sitting
take it
down
anymore.
with another woman who was a transgendered woman, but she was like a fucking hardcore feminist.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget what he said, but she did that weird like feminism twist on you thing where she's like, he didn't say it exactly correct,
And she
Mhm.
went wham.
and she like said something. She was like intense, but then she like settled down, and then she came back like hard, and then she's like, "What do you mean when you say it like that?" And
Right.
he was like, "Of course they turned into the fucking whole 30-minute episode." Motherfuckers. God, Domino's commercials. Anyway. But I was like, I was for fucking 30 minutes. I couldn't stop watching it. And it was just the Jersey Shore all over again. It's like, hey, let's go to the club. And it's just 30 minutes of, hey, motherfuckers, we're ready to go yet? And they never go to the fucking club.
Because they're too busy doing gym, tanning,
GTL, gym,
laundry.
tan, laundry.
So yeah, I was...
Why do I still remember that?
That's why they were on the air for so long.
Exactly.
And so yeah, it was just basically, I was like, oh, okay, I see what they're doing. They're stuck on that like MTV programming where it's just nothing ever happens, but we give you a big promise.
Like a
and
soap opera.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're like, I've been watching the same episode for 6 weeks. Why has Philip not fucking killed himself yet? Like, what's going on? Like a soap opera. Do you get it?
But they always come back. They never really die.
I don't know.
They're
I was
really just
making
stranded
it
on an
up.
island. It's like some weird shit.
Felipe.
I have
The
no idea
gardener.
who those people
The
are.
gardener.
Who's the old guy
Boy.
that's been in the same Young and the Restless or
Don't know.
I-
Sands of
no
Time
idea.
for like ever? He was in Titanic.
That is the Young and the
Victor.
Restless. Sands
His
and
name
Days
is
are the
Victor.
Days of our lives.
In the show, his name's Victor. I don't know what his name is in real life.
Yeah.
Help me out here, Geek.
God.
Fucking, he
That's
looks like
outside
Tom
my
Selleck,
realm of,
but he hasn't fucking aged for 30 years. He's just like, I don't know, he's on like growth hormone, steroids, and he's eating baby placentas or something. Something evil's got to be going on. He actually might have died a couple years ago, now that I think about it, but his name is Victor in the show. I think it's Young and the Restless or Days of Our Lives. It's one of those two.
I got one from Days.
He's tall. His name in the show is Victor. He died like 7
I
times,
don't
but
watch soap
he
operas
was always
since
like,
Passions.
Victor Caracas?
yes.
Yes, that is Days of Our Lives.
Is he dead?
According to Google.
Is he alive? That is the real question.
Let me see what Wikipedia has.
Oh, hey, P.S. by the way, you guys know how old Chuck Norris is?
No.
Mm-mm.
Guess.
No.
75.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah, by the way, he's married to Christy Brinkley. You know how old she is?
65.
She's like 60 to 65.
Okay.
She has an infomercial somewhere.
Still looks 32.
Betty White just turned 90. What?
4?
She's starting to show,
92,
though.
94?
You think?
Just a little
But
bit.
for 94, though?
No, I know.
The bitch is
I
badass.
For 94, she still looks 75 for sure.
She is phenomenal.
Yeah. They're eating baby placentas all day long.
And yes, Victor is still alive.
Oh, he is still
Alive and well.
Wow.
Is that the Victor that hit
God
me up on
bless you,
Tinder?
Victor.
Probably.
I think that was Victor.
No, his name was Victor.
This fucking Tinder thing.
Oh,
I don't-
Lord.
Since Tinder existed, I've been involved with someone's side. Fucking haven't. Well,
You're not missing
let me just
anything.
say I was on Tinder for a minute, but then she was like, listen, I know we're just dating, but my friend saw your Tinder profile the other day, and I was like, okay, I gotta get rid of the Tinder
Damn it.
profile.
Yeah, you're not missing anything.
You're
I
not.
feel like if you're a girl, it sucks, but if you're a dude, it's probably pretty fucking awesome.
Now they made this super like thing. Like
Super like?
you can
Yeah.
accidentally do it if you just fat finger the screen too much.
Like on Instagram, where if you double tap it, it makes you like it. And you're really
Yes.
just trying to snoop on
So when your
someone.
cats
Yeah.
come out and they headbutt the phone and you're like, oh great, I just liked your photo from 98 weeks ago. Awesome. Now you know I was balls deep in your feed. That's great. Stalking the shit out of you.
My cats
Thanks.
do that on the regular.
Yep, so did mine.
How many cats do you have now?
2.
Oh, I was gonna do some calorie jokes, but 2 is a totally rational number.
Exactly, that's why you keep it there.
Have you seen that video of the kittens and the little bearded dragon?
Yes, cuddling. I've
No,
seen all the cat videos.
The cat like freaks out.
No.
There's like 2 bearded dragons, and the,
Oh,
cat, the little
no.
kitten.
No.
It's a little bitty kitten, like he still got his like fuzzy
You
fur.
stumped me on a cat video.
Right?
That's a first.
How
Both
is it
of us.
possible?
Yeah.
I
Us
sent
have
that shit
not
to you,
seen
bitch,
it.
a long time ago. I know you've seen it. So the cat, there's 2 lizards. There's one here and one here. And the cat starts like creeping up on this one, but he fucking forgets this one's over here. So he's just kind of like going up there, and then this lizard starts like walking forward. It's like, I think it's a bearded dragon. I'm not sure. I'm not up on all that stuff.
Any reptiles?
The crocodile hunter failed me.
Uh,
So he's like creeping up there, and then he hears like the fingernails like scrape over there, so he looks over there, and he just like flips up in the air, he's like, he tries to run away, but he's just like flailing. So when he fucking lands on all 4 feet, he's like face to face with the lizard, and he just like freaks out and sits there for a second, he's like, does the same thing again, like flips around in the air, and then like runs off, bounces off the couch, and like totally bugs out.
does
Just
it
pull that
cat
shit up on
thing.
your phone. Let's go grab your phone. Let's watch that fucking video right now. We'll close with that because it's like literally the best fucking video ever. And I don't even like cat videos.
I live them.
Did you see the one where it's the cat diaries where it's like, Day 31.
Yes. And everybody keeps asking me the cats with cucumbers thing. They're like, put
Oh
a
my
cucumber
gosh.
in your cat. Yes,
My
I have
neighbor
seen
wants
it.
to do that so bad. He gets so mad.
What is your take on it? I think that they think it's a snake.
I did it, and it didn't
Okay.
work.
Really?
My cat looked at the cucumber and looked at me like, the fuck you doing
See,
right now?
That's
And
why I
was
gave
like,
that whole thing about Twitter, because you can see shit online and just think that it's a fact because you've seen it so many times. But then it turns out some cats are like, what the fuck ever, I don't care
she
about
was
it.
just like, I mean, I think she kind of saw me set it down anyway, but she just looked at it and was like,
Oh,
I
so
don't
she
know.
just saw you set it down, that doesn't count.
I think she did. I'm
No,
not
no,
100% sure on that. Cat scared with a lizard.
Oh my god, this is a good one too. I was looking for that one the other day, I couldn't find it forever, so.
I'm sure
Yeah,
your
here
wonderful
it is right here.
viewers would like to watch this. Let's put it on the television.
Put it up there. Yeah, you're gonna take way too long now. Oh, here it goes. You're good. Took us an hour and a half to figure out how to get the logo up there.
Well,
This
that's
is
on
my
you.
phone.
It's loading.
I think I might have jinxed you. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, deck your head a little bit. Let's give a shout out to this girl. I might have to pause it for a second. It looks like it's loading. Oh, I didn't see the part where he bit his tail. Okay, what's up?
Learn something new every day.
So
Be another episode
He
of cat
realizes the
stories.
other one's there, and then
We
he
do a
just.
podcast about cat stories.
Oh my gosh.
So now he forgets this one's right fucking behind him. Watch him. Don't worry, we didn't hear your story.
Nobody heard that.
He's trying to creep up on it. Here it goes. Look. And watch. Here he goes. Okay, now go back and do the one that's right underneath that one, because I was so pissed I couldn't find that one the other day. I saw it, and then I showed that to my nephews, and we laughed our fucking asses off for like 30 minutes straight. We watched that video over and over and over again. Okay, here you go, watch this, watch this. The cat's going down in the bathtub where the lizard is. There's a little bit of water. The cat's a little bit freaked out, but he has to check out the lizard. No, I can't get out. Okay, that's it. Alright, guys. We're out of here now. That's all of our park stories and rambling on.
Current events.
Hope you enjoyed the cat videos. Have a great weekend, guys. Did you really just fart at the end of that?